Hey guys, so basically just want to give you guys an update on the bleed max block bleed Lacerate Gladiator that I'm running for my league starter. Actually nothing much changed. Well, I've actually blew way too much currency that I intended on my axe, trying to get it to perfection, or at least close to perfection. I'm really trying hard to get at least one T1 roll over here. You know, either the percentage phase or the flat phase, but I'm just not hitting it, man. So I'm giving up. I'm done. This is good enough. And DPS has improved tremendously ever since the last video that I put up. So from about 1.6 Cyrus DPS to 2.4 million Cyrus DPS. Half of building links will be down below. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I settled on this weapon, which basically has the bleed mod that you need, and I really wanted the calling strike, so I kept it. Yeah, and basically your damage will just skyrocket the better physical rolls you have on your prefixes. You know, your T1 flat phase or your T1 percentage phase. So yep, that's one upgrade to go. And other than that, pretty much all my gear is about the same, just that I did a bit of harvest crafting on it to build it the way I wanted. So basically I wanted a max block, I want ailment immunity, and I want to max out chaos res, which I almost hit max chaos res, so almost there. Probably could have done better. So yeah, you just want life, chaos res, avoid elemental ailments, and unfortunately my helmet is only item level 81, so I'm not able to get the minus the nearby enemy sticks minus 9% more physical damage mod. So that's something that you could go for. Then yeah, pretty much just physical damage over time on all your piece of gear, flat fist damage, stats, life, and I got the minimum frenzy charges to help with, you know, just attack speed, just more damage for my bleeding. On my amulet and ring, you know, same thing, life, flat face, resist, life, flat face, resist. Yeah, this is probably the chaos roll that I could, you know, remove chaos, add chaos to max my chaos res, and you probably could even add in a divine flash to make it even tankier. So yeah, body, nothing too special. I went with life again, resist, and avoid elemental ailments. You need on your helmet, you need on your body, you need on your boots. Same thing, chaos res, life, avoid elemental ailments, whatever resist that you're missing. I do have a prefix open here. You know, best in slot here is definitely speed, so that's the only thing that I've left for this build. I need to augment a speed modifier onto this boot, but that's not really necessary. I mean, you've seen in the montage how I killed the conquerors and everything, that it's not really needed because you're lip slinging around, but it just helps with the clear, I guess. So that is something that you can consider as well. Then the Stygian belt, same thing, life, resist, and just damage. I crafted this with essences to cover my dexterity needs, otherwise I'm seriously starving in dexterity. And same thing, I wasn't able to get a good roll on this jewel. Probably could fix it with harvest crafting, but I'm just too lazy to do it anymore. The build is good enough, it has done all content for me. Yet to try Uber Auxiliary, but you know, I guess it could do it. Uber Elder, Cyrus AA, all done, easy peasy. This guy can tank, so yeah. And same thing for the gloves. just physical damage over time, flat face, life. I had my resistance done, so I did not have any resistance on my gloves. And last but not least, I guess the shield. I went with the Socketed Gems has 5% reduced mana reservation. There's a few options here you can go. You can go with the same Shaper influence. You can go with the Recover Life on block or Chance to block. I went with this reduced mana reservation because I really wanted to squeeze in Malevolence, Herald of Purity, Flesh and Stone, and War Banner. Actually, initially I wanted to squeeze in a Pride, but I just wasn't able to do it, so I just went ahead with Purity. It's good enough, it's decent. No changes to the flask. Basically you want your standard immune to curses. Actually, you want a staunching, immune to bleeding. Other than that, yeah, actually I don't really need this shock removal because we are already immune, so we are immune to shock, we are immune to chill, we are immune to what's the last one? Ignite, yeah. And a poison plus just in case, but there's really no problem if you have maxed out your Chaos Rest. The Green Conqueror, what's his name again? The poison guy, doesn't do much to you actually. And so for the passive tree, I guess the only changes is the cluster jewel section. I started with a 1 medium cluster, and after that I got lucky and got another small medium cluster for myself, and I bought this one. So basically I'm just trying to stack this wound aggravation. This is the one that gives you the biggest DPS boost for bleed, which is why I went with this large cluster. The X attacks deal 12% increased damage with hits and elements, so I can have one wound aggravation. So the other two doesn't really matter. I mean, ideally, you probably would want something like Feed the Fury or Fuel the Fight. I think all these increase damage. It's not attack damage doesn't help you in the bleed attacks. So you want generally the attack speed or increase damage or damage with ailments or damage with time. So Feed the Fury is not bad. Fuel the Fight, the mana leech one is not bad either because there's increased damage, there's increased attack speed, so both are good. I didn't take this because we have already Maim in our Ascendancy and what's that, our auras. So there's no need for this. This doesn't do much to our damage. So same thing, wound aggravation, vivid heals. I think this is the best combo. Of course, you can go with compound injury and stuff like that. Ran, they do fine as well. But just for maximum damage, vivid heals, wound aggravation. Same thing over here. And as you can see, my jewels here, I did not go with the small cluster because I just really like these jewels where I can just put in life, attack speed, damage with bleeding, global phase, damage with bleeding, life. You can see it's pretty much the same. Well, this one I had my corrupted blood, but I wasn't able to get a life roll because it's pretty expensive. So my life is pretty decent. I'm tanking pretty well. So this is good enough. Increased damage, attack speed, same thing, physical damage. So I guess I just removed the clusters over here. I removed the cluster here. I removed the attack speed cluster here. I made some amendments here, 2 points to 1 point. I removed this Soul of Steel here. Can't really remember what else I've adjusted, but yeah, pretty much I removed a few points here and there to fill up my cluster. Damage overall is better, definitely. But if you do not have these clusters, you could still carry on with this, maybe fill up this. Yeah, I guess. So that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done with the build. I'm still keeping it. I might upgrade my axe. I don't know. I'm keeping it to do my conquerors as I'm planning on a new character. Currently leveling it up. Maybe put up a build diary or just put up a video on what I'm currently doing. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and if this video has been helpful and you'd like to see more of this content, do consider liking the video, subscribe, all the kind of YouTube stuff. That would help me a lot. Yeah, and hopefully I do better videos next time. And if you want me to do like a proper guide video, just hit me up in the comments. Let me know. And thanks for watching. See you next time.